Italian football authorities have decided that Cagliari's ground is so decrepit that it has to be closed to the public, which means that the Sardinian club will play its remaining home games behind closed doors this season. What's the worst ground you've been to, apart from Brisbane Road, obviously? Alan, what's the worst ground you've been to?
Well, now, grounds have changed.
They have.
Haven't they? Because grounds used to be all terrible. Because they all smelt of urine. In fact, mainly because there was urine in them.
Yeah, in the glory days.
But there
smell of urine. There was actual urine everywhere.
There weren't adequate toilet facilities.
I used to go to Gillingham. When I was at university in Kent, I used to go to Gillingham, and you go down and there was a breeze block wall and you went behind one breeze block wall and urinated against another breeze block wall.
The wall. And that was the ladies. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why I went in there.
We're not talking particularly about the worst toilets, just general grounds.
I liked standing. I mean, then you'd go and stand and lean on a barrier, so I didn't mind that. And
but even when you were a kid,
like Fratton Park, for example, is when Portsmouth were in the Premiership, which was a happy time. That was I thought of it as the only proper football ground in the Premiership, and that was because it had barbed wire and pylons.
And uncovered ends that you get really wet if it rained.
You knew what the weather was like. Yeah. You didn't have to guess. When you get the Emirates, you have to guess what the weather's like.
Unless it's really dry.
It's raining out there, I don't know. It's like being at the pictures. It's more like being at the View multiplex.
It's a slightly different experience, it is
Plus
true.
it costs £70,000 a year to go.
Yeah. There is that.
So I don't mind the decrepit ground. The thing about this Cagliari thing is that I read is that some weeks they close it and some weeks they don't.
Depending on what?
Depending on it's southern Italy. It's depending on.
What are you saying? I thought it was a health and safety issue. I've got to be honest with you, but you might be right.
I think what it is, they're kicking up now. I think it's unfit. It's a lovely Stad Alba Steptoe. Do you
know what? For a minute, you were saying that, I thought you know the name of the Cagliari ground.
It's gone to such rack and ruin. But this is what I love about football, especially in Italy. They're now the complaint. They say you can't let people in there anymore because things are falling down.
Masonry is
falling. It's unfit for human habitation. It's health and safety. But some of the teams that have already played them are now complaining and saying, well, we had to play them in the red hot in the stadium with their fans up against the pitch, and now other people are going to be playing in this very sanitised empty stadium, so they will have an advantage. I think if Cagliari is Cagliari, it's not a big deal.
Cagliari is definitely.
They're not a big team. They were a big team. Gigi Riva used to play for them. They were a big
right?
team in the 70s, but I don't think they're much to play now.
Where's he now? He got killed by falling masonry, didn't he?
Gigi, yeah, he fell down a pothole. They've never seen him since. He was just lining up to take a free kick. But I'll tell you.